All right, TIVlog number 15. 3 common mistakes people make when designing websites.
We build a lot of websites, Brent.
Yeah, last I heard, actually yesterday in our meeting, 23, I think was the number for this year.
And it is September.
Yes, so that's a lot.
That is.
We're moving quick.
Right, and another thing that I believe you put in the blog was the average time people, every 2 to 5 years, you'll need a new website.
Yeah, and I looked at that again today, and I found it was about the same, and 3 seemed to be the number that people settled on.
Right.
Maybe it was just because I was in the middle, or ish. So yeah, I think that's a pretty common number, and there are in our minds 3 main ways people trip up when they're, just like I tripped up trying to say it, when they're designing their website. So let's dive into it before I trip up again. Number 1, you don't develop the content first.
Right. And that is a very tricky thing for people to get, and it's also difficult to explain. Brent.
So you handed it off to me. Nicely done. And actually, we're kind of evolving this a bit. We're not backing down from this because I think it is 100% true. As a designer, I'm allowed to say that the content is more important than the design. Really, when it comes down to it, your website is there to convey information.
Right.
You know, as much as I'd love it if it was pretty pictures, and we've done some recently that are a lot of pictures, but it was all driven by the content. So we push people to develop as much content as possible prior to it. We have done it where people have to write the entire website before we even dive into design, and we're kind of adjusting that a little bit just so people see a little bit of progress on the design.
Right.
So that's number 1. Number 2 is trying to be too cute on the navigation. There are certain things, especially because people are online so often now, there are certain places where people expect things to happen.
Right.
You know, if you're going to Amazon, you're going to go to the top right corner to check out the shopping cart.
Right. If you need to log into an account, top right corner.
Yeah. So unless you have a really good reason, being too cute with where you place things is just really a bad idea.
Right.
You know, you want to make it easy for people to get.
You'd overthink it for sure.
Yeah, for sure. And then the third one is you don't design mobile first. So I don't know the stats right now on mobile versus desktop browsing.
Mobile is continuously going up.
Absolutely. And so we really honestly look at mobile before we look at desktop.
Right.
And that's because that's when you need that to work. It used to be the other way around for sure, where people would design a website and then hand it off to development and be like, "Oops, we should probably figure out how this works on mobile," but you just can't do that anymore.
Right. And you also don't want to be afraid to take a different approach with your mobile design versus your desktop design as well.
Yeah, good point. We've done that recently with some where we'll actually move some of the navigation down below, so it feels like an app.
Right.
You know, whereas you obviously wouldn't do that on a desktop, but you can really do that on mobile because people are used to that.
Definitely.
So, anything else on this one?
Build your website soon. You'll need it.
Yeah, you could be number 24.